Yeah, it's
Like,
on
if you
the
buy 8
list.
rechargeables and a 4-pack of chargers, like, usually you're good, but I don't know if I trust a 10-year-old with my rechargeable batteries.
Maybe
What are you
a
talking
little
about?
later.
I don't trust me or Ellie.
I don't know where half of mine went.
No, honestly, I think I'm like single-handedly destroying the planet with all the batteries, deliveries we're getting. It's completely out of hand. I have like a pile outside that fills up half the garage. That is just 2 weeks of recycling from all the boxes we receive. It's fucking insane. I don't know. I mean, we do run a business out of our house, I have to say. So,
That's fair. That's fair.
but still, oh man. Uh,
I remember when I needed batteries for my Game Boy, I'd rip apart all of the remotes in the house.
Yeah.
Just rip them apart, steal batteries from my relatives.
And then when you get
Oh.
older and smarter from the vibrators, back when they're still battery operated.
Yeah, as a kid, you take the alarm clock first because fuck that thing. Right? Like that's what I did because I still had an alarm clock, not a phone back then.
It's hilarious.
First of all, welcome back to the table, everyone. Flash, we were already discussing next week that Anya is going to be away, and instead of doing a session without her, we're going to do another what if scenario. So that's exciting. Everybody take 10 points. Add 10 points to your points cards. And just like with the yesterday, for anybody who watched yesterday, you guys are gonna get 2 free regular charms. So I'll still do it in order. Solfege.
I will not spend any this week.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna give you two freebies. You get Charm of the Statue and Charm of Wisdom.
Okay, cool.
Dino Beat. You get the Giant Charm and the Charm of, or the Elevation Charm. What is the Elevation Charm? We have a Platform Charm. You instantly teleport 150 feet straight up. If the space that is exactly 150 feet straight up is not available, the teleportation fails, but the charm is not expended. I'm scared for that to be in Dino's hands. Is that how we lose Dino Beat?
I can fly! I can fall!
Oh, we'll miss you, Dino. Poppy,
Bye-bye.
Poppy, these 2 are for you. Shadow Meld Charm and Charm of Dexterity.
Very cool, thank you.
Geno Beat.
Awesome. I will take my 2, but now I have officially surpassed 100 points.
Ooh, okay, we'll resolve that in a second. Let me give you your 2 freebies first.
Okay. Let me take a big toke before the Grand Charm, too.
Sure. Squirrel Charm and Rejuvenation Charm.
Oh. Rejuvenation's really good.
Expend a use of this charm to regain all spent hit dice. Yeah, that is pretty good.
Scroll Charm would be good with Gino or Dino's thing.
Right?
That's terrible.
Alright, hit me with that Grand Charm, my man. Let's see what we can do.
I'm going to come back to you for the grand. I'm going to do Alejandro's freebies first, just to get it out of the way.
For sure.
Alejandro, you get a Giant Charm and a Spell Thief Charm. Gino, you are gonna get a Grand Charm. Go ahead, I'm gonna smoke one too. Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
What did you say the other charm was?
It was the Giant Charm and the Spell Thief Charm, the last two.
Okay, the last two that are showing up in my feed are Rejuvenation and Spell Thief. I see a Giant Charm above, and I can just drag that.
I mean, yeah, sure, go ahead and drag that one, as long as it drags onto your character. I don't know why it's not showing you that second one.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay, Grand Charm time, let's go! Grand Charm of Legendary Resistance. When you gain this charm, arcane lines spread like crackled glass across your entire body. These magic lines glow a brilliant, bright purple. Once per long rest, if you fail a saving throw, you can choose to succeed instead.
Nice.
That's sweet. I'm
Motherfucker.
officially becoming a boss.
Yeah.
Next session, I'll get me a Grand Charm.
Ooh.
I'm 5 off.
Me in 2 weeks when I'm back. I'm also 5 off. Can't wait.
I'm excited for that.
Oh, it's a feature. It's not an item. I'm stupid.
Well, you're the only two who haven't rolled. Everybody else has rolled for one, right? Would that
I
be
don't know.
correct?
I
Think so?
Fucking everybody, you know what? It's been a long couple weeks. Everybody take another 5 points on your points card.
Yay!
Then
Let's-
in
Yeah.
that case,
Let's give you guys some
Yeah.
let's give you guys some
Let's go.
superpowers before we start.
fucking
Let's
A.
go.
Hell yeah, dude. Superpowers in D&D, dude. Hell yeah.
So I'll start with Solfedge.
Yeah.
Double rips for good luck.
Double rips for good luck. Let me.
Pray to the dice gods. Big money, no whammies.
Grand Charm of the Polar Spirit. I hate that you just rolled this, Solfedge. I hate that you just rolled this.
Oh,
Solfedge,
that's fantastic.
you have immunity to cold damage. You can also cast Ice Knife at will without using a spell slot or any components.
Oh, I love that so much. Fucking A.
That is amazing. That is really, really amazing.
It's got the MacGuffin right there.
DM crying inside.
It's very, very sad. This is a very cold-based campaign. So.
Well, let's see. Immunity to cold damage.
Poppy.
That mean, like, would that mean like cold temperatures wouldn't necessarily bug me either, or is it just cold damage? 'Cause I don't have to worry.
I would still, I mean, you still will, like, get a chill, but it's not, like, gonna do anything to you, really. Like, you have immunity to cold, right?
Well, then somebody else can have my boots of the Winterlands now.
Poppy.
Oh.
Grand Charm of the Fate Weaver.
I don't know what that does, but it seems very poppy.
When you have advantage on an attack roll, skill check, or saving throw, you roll 3 d20s and take the highest
Oh my
result
God.
rather than rolling 2 d20s.
Elven accuracy? That's crazy.
That's so cool. Yeah, when I give myself advantage with an inspiration, does that count too?
Yeah, as
Oh my
long as
God.
you have advantage. Oh wait, no, because an inspiration is using a reroll, right? It's not so much giving you 2d20s like advantage normally, but it's it's letting you reroll and making a new result, right?
Okay.
Hold on. I wonder if I can set this on your character. Roll an extra d20 with advantage to Dex, Int, Wiz, or Charisma. We'll throw that in there. So you just, I turned Elven Accuracy on your character sheet. You might have to apply it to some other things if you're not using those specific things. But that's Dope. That's insane.
Triple
We're
advantage.
superheroes. We're superheroes now, guys.
Who wants to lead us in the recap? What do you guys remember? Poppy, why don't we start with you? You said you watched like the first half.
Oh well, we were fighting, um, in a tournament, in the first round of the tournament in Tourmaline, and I would tell you the name of the band we fought, but I cannot find it right now.
It was Scar Metal Hills.
So we were basically trying to dispatch of them in a very fabulous fashion, while some of us avoiding the glyphs and others basically melding into the glyphs that were on the battleground on the tournament floor that had varying effects. And I mean, I will not go through the whole thing, but it got kind of crazy. At some point, somebody turned into a rhino. People got teleported around. There was thunder. There was radiant damage, temp HP, polymorphing, charms. It was a lot. Like, it was really a lot. But we did win the round against the band. And learned that the next fight will be but next Bard off will be against the Rose Scorned in Bryn Shander. And we also learned basically that when we win a round, we get a local song that is taught to us, and we also got some gear. I think we still haven't decided. Like I said, that I'm like throwing my head into the ring for the belt, but we also have, what do we have? A cape? No, what was it?
It was was it the Liars?
A lyre, exactly. It was the Liar's Lyre. So I'm still carrying this on my old broken grandma back. If somebody wants the Liar's Lyre. Well, I'm not. It's not a broken back anymore. I'm strong as a giant now, I guess. So as soon as I attune to this thing. Yeah. Anybody else want to take over, or do I just keep going? I can keep going.
I would like to point out that we also found out that what was it, Rose, the opposing band in Bryn Shander has beef with a certain cult or something, and we're gonna dress up like that cult.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the wild, or it was the White Roses.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the White Roses, the Assassins Guild.
Oh, that explains the Beware the White Roses song.
Yeah, because the Rose Scorned are all like survivors of White Rose attacks.
Oh, and that's why they named themselves the Rose Scorned, because they were scorned by the rose. That's pretty specific and literal.
Yeah.
I can't wait to bring up their old trauma in order to win a competition.
In order to win a competition. That's cutthroat.
Apparently, I need to refresh my memory on the lyrics to the song "Every Rose Has Its Thorn."
It's cold-blooded.
Yeah, then after we did that, we kind of discussed for a little bit whether or not we want to dip right now or if we want to stay here for a little bit. I think we decided to stay here for just a little. We all went around and did our respective things. I remember, like, Dino made fucking alchemist fire in Cass's tent, like, risking burning that shit down, but did it. I went and met a nerd wizard named Kendrick, who's apparently going to come with us to the next town. Poppy managed to write a song or complete a song that you were working on to cure us of our winter affliction.
Yep.
And forgive me, but I'm trying to remember what Solfege and
Solfege wasn't here. Brian had to leave
Solfege
early.
wasn't here. That's right.
So
Yeah,
we're, like
I
Solfege
dipped.
will be the first like or the last 5 downtime we do before we move on to the next set. But Alejandro learned a new fighting style. He trained and
that's
taught
right.
himself a new fighting style.
Nice.
That's cool.
That pretty much covered it. You guys also went to a feast, or like it was a feast that was to be paid for. That Dino instead convinced the proprietor that he was part of a famous family and got the meal for free. And then Gino, what were you saying?
Elo Beat was our dad's name.
At the right after fucking Gino was saying it was garbage.
Oh, it sucks.
It sucks. Yeah, everything
band sucks.
sucks.
This town sucks. And I'll see you guys next time. Love you guys.
And yeah, that is pretty much where we left off. So this is like the first night of downtime before you decide to go back to Bryn Shander. Solfege, you are the last one. Hold on, let me bring up.
Yeah, I should note that Kendrick did give me a pocket burger, and I gave him pocket rice.
And he ate the pocket rice. He ate it
this was an
immediately.
exchange we made.
Yeah. But unlike Cressida, he didn't get sick.
He was a human?
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh.
Let me show you Kendrick.
Does he have beef with an opposing evil wizard named Drake?
Maybe. Maybe
I
he
mean,
has. He might have beef with an actual Drake.
It is a Bard campaign after all, right?
Yeah. So Solfege, you all have like this large, delicious free meal that you get from the inn. Why can't I remember the name of where you guys are right now? Fucking. Where are you? Here, Tourmaline. It was Tourmaline for signups. So,
Yeah.
it's still in Tourmaline. You have a moment to be able to do one like whatever you want. So you to reiterate the things that you can possibly set for your downtime. It's research, reputation, side work, personal goals, mystery and investigation, relationships, and self-care. The default lowest DC that you can set something on is 5. So you can see that most of them did personal goals, one of them did research. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I am going to go with reputation to brag about our victory in this, wonderful competition, and try and spread the word of the fabulous Funky Five.
Okay. Well, so I mean, the tavern stays fairly lively even after everybody kind of disperses. What is your how are you doing that? How are you trying to bolster and boost your reputation?
Let's see. I guess I can, do a little performing in the tavern as well. Break out my magic fiddle and do some, flashy stuff with some minor illusions as well. While
Perfect.
performing for the crowd.
Okay, yeah.
And just, being sure to mix in some, some little bits like, yes, I'm, Solfed from the Fabulous Funky Five. Fresh off our victory in Tremolane. What is it? The 10 Towns Talent Competition.
Yep.
If you like what you hear, see us next in, what was it, Bryn Shander?
Yep.
Yeah, yes, you can see us all next in Bryn Shander for our next, decisive victory.
Go ahead and give me a performance check, please.
Hey, performance check.
So bare minimum, you're trying to hit 5. Every 5 that you get over 5 improves what happens.
Perfect.
It's 21. You kind of like do a bunch of crowd work and start performing.
You should get an inspiration. Since I think I remember I had an inspiration whenever we were doing mine at the end of the last session.
Yeah, I mean,
since I did actually watch it,
everybody should have should have an inspiration if they haven't.
I'm sorry, bardic inspiration.
Oh, you have a bardic inspiration. Go ahead and roll your
Yes.
bardic inspiration.
Hell yes.
24. It's still not bad.
Just trying to get him to that 25.
Right?
Oh, what's guidance? Because that can be given to everyone, right? I think we determined that last.
I got that too.
That's at least a
Yeah,
plus
let's
1.
do it.
It's at least a +1.
That's at least a
Yep.
+1. So 25. Holy. So first of all, everyone's impressed. Like, you have, like, there's not a dry eye in the house. Like, all very happy tears as they, like, first of all, they rain money on you. Like, I think in that night you get, for that, 200 gold pieces, easy. Just, like, from
Hell
them, like,
yes.
throwing tips at you and everything like that. Holy shit. You definitely improve the reputation for all of the Fabulous Funky Five. Like, they know everybody, and now there are waves of people that are like, we're gonna vote for you guys, you're fucking awesome. They buy you drinks for the rest of the night, and fill, like, your food sack. So if you had, like, rations, like, you can, like, bump that out to, like, another couple weeks of rations. Like, they...
All right. They'll end up in, the stash because, rations are heavy and I'm a weak little skinny goblin man.
Yep. Additionally, is there any information that you want to know about the area?
That's a very good question. I mean, if anybody knows of any, like, threats on the way between here and Bryn Shander, that'd be nice, since we're making the trip back. But, like, really, it's like, I'm interested to know more about, like, the Frostmaiden and the situation behind that, because we're fairly new to the area, and that's kind of fucking weird. Eternal winter is, not right.
I mean, these people are all... They're...
Like, rumors, anything, like, just...
Let me think. Because I'm not, like, I want to give you the information I can.
Yeah.
There's not much that they can tell you that you don't already know.
That's fair.
They are suffering the result of this. Nobody really knows.
Yeah, they're like random people in a bar. I wasn't expecting much, but you never know.
But that doesn't mean they don't know anything. Hold on, I'm just trying. I want to make sure.
Like, even if it's always been constantly like the same amount of badness, or whether it's like gotten better or worse at times, you know.
Oh, they can,
like discernible patterns, like
they can confirm that it's better now than it has been as they have started to acclimate to the situation around them. Like they were able to fish, and so it is still much easier to live than it was at the start when like everything was flash frozen and they didn't have like the holes that were burrowed to be able to actually catch anything, and they thought they were going to starve to death until they discovered like these purple carrots that were growing like under the snow, and were able to harvest enough of those and reproduce that to be able to actually use it as another food source, right? So you'll find that situations in some places are still going to be worse than others. They will give a recommendation to make sure to keep your coin purse close, and trust the people that you cultivate as a family or friends, but don't trust everyone.
Wise words.
Tourmaline. You guys are at...
So Kendrick immediately went on my shit list. I'm sorry.
What did Kendrick do?
What did Kendrick do? Yeah.
He's a stranger. Can't trust him.
He is give me a pocket hamburger.
Yeah, well, okay. That's basically like an engagement gift, I guess.
You want some? And I pull his pocket hamburger out of my pocket. It's like half eaten.
They will also... You're kind of asking for information in general, and they're like, we don't know many rumors about the Frostmaiden, but we do know that kobolds, like a group of kobolds, has crept into the local mine within the past few days, forcing the miners to abandon their jobs.
Oh no.
They said nobody's been killed, but the kobolds are fairly dangerous and too dangerous for anybody around here to be able to handle.
Kobolds, tiny, wretched little creatures, aren't they? Says the goblin.
You're too... They don't regard you... They don't look at you like they would look at a goblin. Like, they look at you like they would look at, like, a celebrity, right? You've impressed them enough that they don't see color here, Brian.
Hey.
Hey. A human miner went missing a few days before the kobolds showed up. And the other miners thought that something might have crawled up from the Underdark.
Oh. That's not good.
Oris, who was the person who helped to sign you guys in, he has been like because they're talking about just like, oh, well, I heard Oris said that it's probably just they fell down the central shaft, which is like more than deep enough where you'd never find a body.
Yeah. Rumors of things potentially coming up from the Underdark, that never ends well.
The militia were sent out to clear out the mine 3 days ago, and they refused to deal with the problem. For what they can only... Like, they start talking about weird politics.
somebody better do their job for them.
Um, 20 over 5. Okay, you
Yeah.
also get... It is a rumored thing. They tell you to keep it close to the chest, but they say that it seems like Speaker Nerth Maxil Danar. I'm gonna put it here. Of Targos. That there are rumors that he wants to overthrow Oris as town speaker of Tourmaline.
Oh. Speaker and... Alrighty. Noted.
Big old...
There we go. Alrighty. I'll definitely keep that one to myself for now, till I hear more information.
You get all that from, like,
Anything
just...
to substantiate it.
You get all that from bits and pieces throughout the night as people are talking
Yeah.
to you. Like, as you're kind of trying to gather information, right?
Yeah.
It's like, do you know anything about the Frostmaiden? They're like, no, but I know this. And it just kind of, you start to piece together
Yeah.
the information.
Yeah, for sure. Sounds good. Sounds good.
It's not too bad for first step of downtime.
And I'm probably getting a little shit-faced with all the, drinks that people are buying me.
Yep.
My whole whopping 8 con does not allow me to resist the drink very, very well.
Does anybody else do anything for their downtime that night?
I would attune to the belt.
Okay, yeah, that's that's fine.
Which
And
belt is it? I guess Hill Giant? Because we still don't know.
Oh, that's fair. I just dragged over Giant's belt, right?
Yeah.
I did the first one. Let me...
Alrighty.
Giant belt. Yes, Hill Giant. Let me get the proper item for you.
And since I now have immunity to cold, does anybody want the boots of the Winterlands that I had?
I already have a pair.
I mean, I'm
Thank you.
kind of making more of a frontline fighter-ish character, so I could use it, but if somebody else wants them, I don't mind. Down.
If anybody wants, the cold resistance boots.
I have the cape, so I do not need them.
Sure.
So I would say they are all yours, little bug.
Yeah.
Now you and your brother both have a pair, and you don't have to fight.
What?
Yeah.
He has a pair? I punch him in the stomach and try to take his pair.
Like, my pair looks better. Get off.
So I'm dragging the boots to Gino.
Yeah, unless Poppy, do you want in on these?
No, I have resistant to cold, so I'm okay.
Cool. Now they call me Gino Beat Fancy Boots and the Funky Bunch.
And let you know, okay, you already got them. I was going to delete them if you... It's like, okay, they're good. They're gone. Cool.
I got it. I got it. Hold on. I need to run to the washroom real quick. Let's take a quick fiver.
Sure. Grab a new drink.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Sweet. Every time I think, for some more of these downtimes.
Yeah, what are you guys thinking? I was going to like, I don't know.
I have
Make
the
like,
Next
whole
one?
list.
Oh,
I will-
I have a
Yeah.
couple things written down.
I wrote it down last session because I knew I would forget it. Thank God. I wrote down uh like that I will make the outfits, the white rose outfits. I don't know how they look, so I don't know if that's 2 tasks of like researching and
that's what I was gonna
sewing.
do for my. Like, if we discussed it as a group, I imagine we did about the dressing up as them. I was gonna do the mystery and investigation.
And then I can make some sewing or knitting or crocheting or however I'm producing this shit.
Yeah, like pay some gold or something and be like, hey, what do these roast guys look like?
I also wrote down that we need a. Why did I? Ah, no, that has nothing to do with that. Okay. I'm gonna grow the winter carrots for us that I got so that we have some more food. I finished the elk onesie, whatever the blanket cape situation. Yeah, that's kind of it. So I need more.
There we go.
Might just go through the garbages. Spend my
So
downtime dumpster diving.
So I equipped the belt, but it doesn't change my strength. So I probably have to put it in myself.
Yeah.
You might have to edit the item or the effect,
Yeah.
or I don't know how it would
Well,
work.
what I do is I just manually change it, but I write down what my original strength was in the item.
I think I'll just put it in the item. I cannot figure out how to do it in the effect, so just
Let me see if I can figure it out. It's a hill giant.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna temporarily drag one to my character because I'm pretty good at.
Sorry, what's wrong? Is it not adjusting your strength?
No,
Hold on,
the effect is empty, so
let me
there's
fix it.
nothing in there.
Let me
Oh,
fix
okay.
it.
I was just about to start fucking around in that, so I will just leave that be.
Changes, that should be strength. Is it this one? Effect value 21. Submit changes. Okay, that's not it. Where's your strength value as a whole? Does that work? Save. Oh, it's not add. It shouldn't add 21. It should override. Submit. There we go.
I'm the Hulk now! 29 strength. Can you imagine, man?
Poppy just gets fucking jacked.
This is the scariest grandma ever.
Except a whole caravan, just
Exactly. Just lifting
We don't-
houses.
We don't need the steed.
That old lady is jacked.
Just starts running with the goblin carriage strapped to her back just for fun. Solfedge. We'll say you drink through the night into the wee early hours of the morning. On the next track of downtime, so you're 10 DC. As you wake up with a really harsh hangover.
Yup.
What are you doing?
My next one. Mystery and investigation. I want to look into that. You know, these missing people with the kobolds in the mine.
Okay. How would you like to investigate?
Because that's bothering me a little bit.
Are you going to like talk to somebody about it, or are you going to like scout and see what you can find?
I'll try and find like the mine foreman or whatever for now, or whoever I could find that's sort of in charge of the mine, or maybe not who's like overall in charge, but middle management for the mine. Somebody more likely to talk to me and actually care about their missing workers.
It would be Oris Matthew.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find him.
Because, we got skills other than performance and music.
This fellow. You would find him. He's at the, he's one of the judges for the talent competition. So you'd find him at the town hall converted into the arena where you guys had your first competition there.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Oh, Solfege, I didn't think you'd still be here."
Ah, yes, we had a fun night last night. Had some drinks, did some extra performances.
After that,
good times.
After that victory, some bacchanalia was definitely in order. I'm glad you were able to enjoy yourself.
Oh, yes, I'm certainly feeling it a bit today, but well worth it.
And what brings you here? Like, are you getting ready to go?
Well,
Do you need anything else for the competition?
Well, I heard some disturbing rumors last night about some missing miners, some bad events, something happening in the mine. I mean, tales. I heard, stories of, things coming from the Underdark. I mean, I'm sure, I don't know how much was exaggerated by the drink and how much is truth, but
There's nothing.
Yeah.
First of all, there's nothing coming from the Underdark. I have closed the gemstone mine because there appear to have monsters have moved in, probably as a result of the endless night. They're looking for a place of warmth where they can, hide away. And so
yes.
I'm just looking for people to clear out the mine. As for Underdark, no, one of our miners unfortunately fell into the central shaft. If you look down there, it is like an endless void. There's no coming back from that. So, slipped and lost their footing, ended up in a place that, unfortunately, nobody wants to be.
Yes, fair. I figured the, stories of creatures from the Underdark was probably exaggerated by the drink, but you never know in these times when there might be a shred of truth to something like that.
Of course.
I also heard mention something about kobolds causing some issues.
May very
Do you
well
know anything about that?
May very well be kobolds. I heard some kind of monsters had moved into the mines. I haven't seen them myself, but I haven't had much luck with our sending anybody in. So
Yeah, I've heard there's been some difficulty with the local militia with regards to going in there and dealing with the problem.
Yes, we want to make sure we don't risk any men. There's nothing to worry about, though. Again, any adventurer is welcome to clear out the mines. We're offering 50 gold pieces if anybody is able to clear the mines out. But otherwise, it's nothing to worry about. We will get it settled and handled. And the gemstone mines will reopen soon.
All right. Good to know. I wish you the best going forward.
And you in the
Good luck.
competition. Good luck to you as well.
Yes. Rinshander up next. Should be an interesting show.
Mm-hmm, yes.
And with that, I will just go return to my party members for now. I might run by them idea of checking out the mine for a little bit of extra coin, but other than that, yeah,
Perfect.
we'll do that.
There wasn't any roll involved in that.
No.
What I want from you, because there has to be a roll involved. What I want from you is an insight check.
That's what I was about to suggest. Like insight to see if he's maybe keeping some shit from me being a little sketchy. All right. Don't suck.
14. There's something like he didn't seem very forthright. He seemed like everything that came out of his mouth was rehearsed.
Seems a little, yeah, like cookie cutter public statement thing. Yeah. Can I use my inspiration to re-roll that? I think I could get better.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we're gonna try this again. Come on, big money, no whammies.
Not only is he not being completely forthright with you, but it doesn't seem like he wants you involved in this. Like, he rushed you off fairly quickly for somebody with concern, especially seeing how you and the band performed, like how you handled yourselves. If this is such an easy task that any adventurer can take care of it, then why wouldn't he be like asking for your help? Why wouldn't he just be like, oh, like, could you help us please? But instead he's kind of like pushing you like, all right, have fun in Bryn Shander, have a good day, we'll take care of this, goodbye.
Yeah, seems a little sus. All right. I shall ponder this situation more.
Yeah.
I wrote it in the chat. Maybe we should talk to, or you should talk to this dude who's trying to overthrow him. Maybe he knows more.
He must.
Maybe he has a good reason for wanting to overthrow him.
Maybe.
Could very well be.
Dino beat. It is the next morning. After making your explosives, you find a place to rest. You wake up with these like very volatile vials, like just kind of like shaking around you that you've like turned them into a little nest. What are you doing for your next bit of downtime the next morning?
I just throw them all in this net here I have. Like a net, like holding all these fireballs. Fire bottles. Basically, I'm just gonna try to do some mystery investigation on like the, what were they called again? The roses?
The white roses?
White roses on like newer stuff they might wear, like a specific event, like that might set them off during a performance, like a battle or a specific performance they might have done or show.
Oh.
I'd be like walking around, in like medieval shows, they just put a cloak on and then nobody knows who they are. That'll be me. I'll just put a rag over myself. You won't tell it's me. And I'm walking around.
Okay. There are like a couple areas with like little libraries in town where you can look up history and information. Go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
I like find a book with the the white roses, and I'll put like a few pieces of gold on the table. And I'm like, oh, take this book out.
19. Okay.
Could I give him guidance for that? Because that's kind of a thing we wanted to do together to make like these outfits and stuff. So he's researching it, and I will like make them, sewing them like Granny does. So can I?
Sure.
So, okay, so I'll give you guidance.
Break
it's a
out
group
the cookie.
project.
Breaking
Big
out the
D4?
cookie tin full of sewing
Mhm.
supplies.
So like drawing these pictures I'm seeing in the books and stuff, like little sketches.
You find in one of these libraries, it's not much, but you do find the appearance of like what it's rumored that these white roses look like. I can show you a picture.
Very stylish.
And when you go to give the gold for the book, the person it's not a shop. It's like a little library where you find it. The librarian gives you the money back and says, "Oh, everybody knows about Dino and Gino Beat of the Dino Beat of the Fabulous Funky Bunch or Fabulous Funky Five." Your tales are told all over Tourmaline, thanks to Solfege and his performance last night. And you can keep this book.
Dino's like all four fingers. He's like, hey, that's cool. And he's like, wait, is the cloak on? He's like, how'd you know it was me?
What?
I was hiding in this. He just takes the cloak off at this point.
Oh, you were hiding. Oh,
Fabulous Funky Five.
It's the forearms, probably.
And the giant bug. There's only two of them. Imagine up here.
You stand out a little bit.
I would bow and like, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Like, scoops the gold out the counter and puts it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just bring the research back of what I got.
Hold on. Includes picture of white rose assassin.
Like the same outfit, but it's just like Dino in the white rose outfit. Like the little bug.
There we go. You have a book called Historical Deaths. That includes a picture of the White Rose assassin.
Puts it under his one arm. Scurries off.
Poppy.
Yeah. So I've sent off Dino in the morning, basically told Marvin to go with him, help him out there, figure out what clothes we need to make. And while they're gone and figuring out how the white roses look, I'm sitting down for another sewing project, knitting project,
Okay.
that I have promised. And when grandmas promise to make you something, they have to follow through. So the elk, Growin.
Oh!
I told him I'm gonna make him like a big blanket throw over wool thing. So I'll invest some time. I stitch in our logo that I just make something up, and kind of try to make this happen for him.
You are getting used to a giant's strength while you are knitting. And so I need you to roll a sleight of hand check here to make sure you've still got the accuracy with your lunchbox hands now.
Oh, Jesus. This is not my best. Let's see.
Oh, that's really good.
Yoo-hoo! Okay. Nice.
You
Knitting
make
at the speed of light.
yeah. It's actually the strength is just making it easier. Like you don't feel as much of like the arthritis in your bones at this point. Like it's like there's actual like meat on your fingers now that you just like with like lightning speed you make this thing like way faster than you could have like years ago.
And I whistle along to the clickety clackety of the needles, you know, because I'm a bard. I'm like singing a bit and making a little music thing out of it.
In doing that, with that 17, Alejandro, you'd probably still be in the carriage and close. Would you be giving any kind of like guidance or anything like that as she's knitting this?
I could be doing both. Guidance from the hold on. Where is it? I called my Song of Guidance the Wisdom of the Mentor.
Yeah.
So yes, I can do the guidance, provide the guidance cantrip as well as a bardic inspiration.
Nice.
As would be needed.
So what, D6 and a D4?
Yes.
$26.
Jesus. Yeah, that's much better. That's much better. As you are making this, like throw for Gerwin, you're whistling that tune, and in doing so, I'm going to say, as you're knitting it, you imbue a little bit of magic into it.
Yay!
So my question to you would be, what would be the magical effect that you are weaving into this?
Well, I mean, I would probably want to make something that either comforts or protects. Now, wool is not super protective, but so yeah, maybe something that is helping physically for him to like not get tired or something, or I don't know, just something that keeps him vitalized if that's possible.
Interesting. Okay, I know what I'm going to do instead. Hold on one second.
At this point, I should really just get proficiency in like tailoring or something like that. All the clothes making.
Yeah, I'm liking the creation aspect of this campaign. There's been a lot. I think I know what we're gonna do here. We are going to give what you have created is a. What would you call this? Like a throw?
Yeah, like what is that called? These like fabric pieces that you throw over the back of like horses and stuff to like Usually I think they're like supposed to cushion the saddle, but mine is like woolly and soft and keeps you warm. It's just nice. So, I don't know. Throw rug
Yeah.
thing.
Throw blanket of protection. So not only will he's like a fey summoned creature, so doesn't need to worry about staying warm, but that added protection is going to be very handy for him because that will increase his AC.
Yeah.
There we go. Done.
We'll kind of just waddle over to him, throw it over. Is he with us? I don't remember. Or was he waiting outside the city? Does anyone remember, guys?
I think you told him he could run around outside, so
Okay, so I'll hold on to it for now and give it to him when we...
you can call him back. You guys have the ability to just like sing the song together and like summon him.
Okay, I'll throw that over him. Ask him if he likes it. What do you think? Is it comfortable?
It is magnificent.
Good, good. I'm happy to hear that. You wear that. You're not gonna get cold. Or anything else.
I have never been given as beautiful a gift as this in all of my eternal life.
Aww.
Yeah, she kind of just, you, and she like kind of sheds like a single tear and like wipes it away.
Gruen also sheds a tear, single tear that forms into like a solid crystal that drops down in front of you.
Should we find a doctor? And I can pick it up. Is this normal?
You pick it up and feel like a surge of magic instantly. And he says, "No. You've given me a great gift. You did not need to give me anything. I am in service to you, but in turn you did something special. With, just because, just based on a conversation that you had with a random fae that you summoned.
Well, we're a family now, aren't we?
He smiles, nods, and says, "That we are. The tear of a summoned steed is very rare. I can't explain how valuable this can be. If you hold on to it, you will, I guess, get a little bit luckier. In a time of need, hold on to this crystal and call forth its power, and you may be able to change the outcome of a situation. It's basically, it's going to give you a luck point."
Okay. Very cool. Well, I thank him profoundly. That's, you didn't need to, that there wasn't any tit for tat here, but thank you, appreciate it. We'll put that somewhere into my jacket, close to my heart. Pretty cool. Most fashionable deer in the world.
There we go. You've got a luck point once per day.
That's amazing. Very cool.
Yeah. A great start to the morning. But again, that's that's super cool. Is that Gino? It is Gino. Gino beat.
Why'd you say it so begrudgingly? Like, oh, is that Gino? Oh God, oh no.
Gino
He's
B.
got to do the nice poppy scene, and now it's fucking Gino.
Yeah, what's Gino up to on this beautiful morning?
Stealing garbage.
Oh, he's stealing garbage.
Stealing garbage. You're going
Just
around kind of.
My
I'm just
dude.
constantly cry laughing with you guys.
Kind of like he's going around stealing garbage, being an in general nuisance. But I think my goal for today, I'm gonna talk to my bagpipes a little bit more, but I'm gonna try to find another instrument or a song to learn. I got Gino Beat kind of has the school of thought that the more instruments you have and can play, the better musician you are, even though if you don't play them very well.
Interesting.
So he's gonna like by talking to people, he's gonna be like, "Hey, you have instrument in their music store? What's that thing? You show me." Any like musicians or interesting instruments or interesting songs that I could talk my way into somebody teaching me.
I think we're gonna call this research.
Cool.
Go ahead and give me an investigation.
I would love to give you an investigation. Could I argue for persuasion because I'm asking people and talking to people and being an in general nuisance?
Absolutely.
Love you.
Yes. Well, your DC was 10. Okay. You go back to the tavern the next morning. Just kind of like shoving people, being like, "Teach me a song, show me instruments, teach me a song, what do you got?" Oh no. Oh, what happened? There we go. You run into a very finely dressed tiefling that is kind of like slapping a tambourine. And is like simultaneously playing a saxophone. Playing like a really, really like neat jazz beat.
I like come up and play my drum that's on my back, two cymbals that are in two hands, a harmonica that's attached on my neck, and then I'm also playing a lute.
He's like, he plays along with you, and like, go ahead and give me a performance on top of it. Let's see how you do with that.
Sure.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he's like he plays along and like gets into a rhythm with how you're playing. And you guys like roll out this really crazy experimental like fucking like jazz beat he scats to along the way. You finish up and everybody claps. You can add 50 gold to your character sheet as you get a nice tip from like he splits 100 gold between you and him from what's paid out for just people just throwing change at you guys. Again, visitors, not the town folk. The town folk are poor. But Tourmaline's kind of like the hub for like all like these like visiting wizards and stuff like that that are just like here to watch the shows. He looks down and he's like, "Hey, I like your sound, little man. What's your name?"
Hey, I like your sound, Horn Man. My name is Gino Beat of the Funky Fresh Fabulous Fantabulous Funky Fresh 5. What is your name?
You can call me Aeon.
Aeon. It is a pleasure to meet you, Aeon.
Kind of like shakes. He goes, "I don't know which one to shake, so I'm just gonna hold my hand out, and you just shake with what you got, you know?"
Whoa, hey, whoa! I roll into a ball, do a backflip, and land like standing on his hand.
Oh, okay. He kind of like shakes you, puts you down. It's like, it was really cool jamming with you, man. You were asking to learn a song, is that right?
Yeah, I want to learn song or play instrument or learn song or food.
He's like, "Well, I can teach you a song, but it's a little intense."
No music is too intense for Gino Beat. Watch this.
And then I just play everything at once.
Smoke on the water.
It's like, "All right, we probably shouldn't do this here. Why don't we go find someplace quiet?"
Are you flirting with me?
No, I need to teach. I'm gonna teach you a
Oh,
song.
alright. Okay, that's good too. Let's go.
He takes you to like a secluded area outside of town. He says, "You pull your instruments out, and I'm gonna show you how this works."
Okay.
I take out all my instruments.
He starts. He like puts a bass on the ground and waves a hand over it, and the bass floats and starts playing on its own. He tosses like with his tail, and the drum that he was playing, like the tambourine, also like floats up and starts like shaking and kind of like doing like a slam onto the ground to get like a drum beat. He starts playing on the saxophone, and you watch as like this weird rift starts to swirl both under your feet and under his feet. Says, "All right, little man, you and me, one more performance."
Okay.
Oops.
So you want me to roll performance here to play along with him?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god. He says, so he plays, and like the bass goes like boom 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 boom, and as it gets more intense, this swirling like vector under you becomes like this like opened raw portal. You see like what appears to be like brimstone and like hellfire, and feel the heat from it as it sucks you in. You land on you land on this like burning ground and kind of like do like a couple of skips, like a rock skipping on water, like searing you each time until you're ejected out of another portal. You take this is hold on one second here. Oh, no. You take 24 and then 28 damage.
I'm down.
Yeah, it's fire and then bludgeoning.
I just come out of the portal like fucking Brian Griffin after he gets hit by the car. Just like face down in the snow.
Hold on, did I nerf that? I feel like I nerfed that.
Was that the ability I think it was?
Sorry, it shouldn't have been that much damage. Give me a second here. I need to fix this. It's an already nerfed version of a ability called I believe it's Hurl Through Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a version of that.
Which is a warlock thing too, which is funny how Gino keeps finding himself in these warlocky positions.
Yeah. Okay, so let's try it. Let's do this again. Sorry. It is 2d10.
You have no sense of... Oh, sorry.
Oh, no worries. Technically, we're just going to call it 4d10, because you don't have resistances to any of this.
Oh, I'm a bug.
It's still 21 damage.
Okay.
But I think that leaves you with 10.
That leaves me with 10.
So yeah, you slip into this portal as, like, he says, like, sorry, little man. You get pulled and, like, sucked through, like, this hellscape that you just, like, smash, smash, smash as you're, like, burning and, like, getting smashed on the ground. And get, like, spit out this other portal. And he's, like, already holding out a hand to pick your, to pick you up.
My antenna is on fire.
Oh, why?
I grab his hand with all four hands, lift myself up,
He's
and then
like,
I tuck and roll to put myself out.
He's like, that's the infernal riff-off, man. I told you it was intense.
Yeah, yeah. Bleh.
I like cough out a bunch of ash.
You did warn me.
2 enter, 1 leaves. Or, I mean, I guess you're walking away from this, but... The
No,
next...
I read you loud and clear.
He teaches you the full riff. You learn the infernal riff off.
At least this raw chicken I found in my pocket is now cooked.
He looks at you and he says, my full name is Aeon Rollins, but most people call me the Magic Mouth. I guess you'll be facing me some point in time in the competition. When I see you again, Gino, you and me are gonna play that song. I hope you do.
And I will win.
See that you do. And he, like, spreads these full, like, demon bat wings and, like, flies off.
Wait, what band are you in?
He's gone.
I eat the chicken that is just like raw chicken, but now burnt because it was in my pocket.
It heals you for 1 HP.
Nice. That's cool though. So that's the thing that you made and we'll drag over, or
It's already
I
there.
see.
It's already there.
Amazing.
Infernal riff
love
off.
that. That's great. That's really good.
Alejandro.
See.
While all of these shenanigans are taking place, what are you doing for your second round of downtime?
How many rounds of this are we going to do? I'm curious.
What do you mean? We're from 5 to 30.
Oh, okay. So we're going through the whole range.
Yeah, that's why I said this session is downtime.
Okay. And we can't do the same thing or the same kind of goal more than once or like twice in a row, right? That was one of the rules with it.
You can. What did I say here? I think you can take any one more than once except the self-care. Every category except for self-care can be rolled more than once, and self-care can be taken no higher than a 20 DC. So if you're doing self-care to try and get rid of stress tokens, you have to do that between 5 and 20. You don't need that now, but eventually, like in like the next sets of downtime, it will be something that you might need, or you might, yeah, that makes more sense. You haven't taken any stress yet, but you might. You can use stress to re-roll, but you'll get disadvantage on stuff.
Okay. I had a couple of random things in mind, and I was trying to decide what order I want to approach these in or whatever. Obviously, the last time we talked about my first round of downtime was personal goals, and I wanted to perfect my two-handed fighting abilities. But I also mentioned that I wanted to learn how to use a whip, because that's not a weapon proficiency that I have right now.
Okay.
But and I was trying to think of like how to organically come about that. Now we're in Bryn Shander, right? Is that where
I think you guys are still in Tourmaline.
Are we still in Tourmaline?
Yeah,
okay.
you haven't left for Bryn Shander yet.
Okay, well then that probably narrows it down, because I probably would be looking to do that, but at the same time, here's what I'm envisioning is, given our recent wilderness encounters that we've done in combat, I'm thinking I need to know more about the dangers that exist in the Icewind Dale. Because as we established in a Bardic Knowledge roll 2 sessions ago, I think, or 3 sessions ago, I know nothing about the Icewind Dale.
Yeah.
I know nothing. So I need to learn. And I feel like this experience with the Yetis is... I feel like it's important to know as much more as I can about Yetis and any other kind of threats like that. So what I was thinking is that this might take shape in a form that's similar to like the favorite enemy feature for Rangers, or especially considering I'm kind of, I mean that's. So I guess I was thinking I'm going to go find like maybe a local hunter or tracker, somebody who's, spends a lot of time roaming the wilderness, and look for somebody who I can gain knowledge about, further knowledge about Yetis. Like, I know we learned some things about them, like some of the things that they can do, but, I'm wanting to learn the things about them, like what are their weaknesses, what are their tendencies, what do I, need to be looking for as a sign that they may be coming to ambush us, and things like that. So that's kind of where my head's at with this right now, at least at this point.
I think you'd probably end up finding yourself at the library then as well.
Okay.
For research, let's also call that an investigation.
Okay.
Give me just a quick second here. Sorry, I was handed bow. Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation.
Okay. Oh, great. I suppose I could use the inspiration to re-roll that.
You could.
I might as well.
Although I will... Oh, okay.
Well. Now, could I have used my guidance cantrip on myself?
Can you use guidance on yourself?
The song that I don't know. It says give target creature, so I don't know if that excludes me.
You can usually cast guidance on yourself, but
Yeah.
also before you leave to the library, because I know that Dino went there to research the roses stuff, or like give you a pat on the back. Yeah, make sure he's not setting the whole thing on fire with his new bits and baubles, and I will give you a bardic inspiration,
Okay.
at least.
Well, let me roll that and see what it does. Okay.
Okay.
I'll try the guidance just for giggles, just to see where it lands me.
Sure.
At 22 now.
Yep.
Maybe. No. Of course not. One short. That's okay.
Still pretty good.
Yep.
I'll say with... Are you researching Yetis specifically? Or are you researching...
I would say Yetis and anything else like Yetis.
Okay.
You know, if I know that as a player, I know that they fall in the monstrosity category. So I'm thinking of anything that's like anything that lives in that. I'm looking at things that specifically would live in this area, not anywhere in the world, but literally frozen tundra, Icewind Dale type of terrain. What's out there? What do the local people deal with on a yearly basis, and what do I need to know? So I'm thinking I'm spurred to do this because of the Yeti encounter.
Okay. I think here the most information you find is about the Yetis, because they are the biggest local threat that most people deal with.
Okay.
You also hear about goblins and kobolds being an issue, but not nearly as much. From what you're reading and just like kind of like looking at a timeline of it, that was probably something more recent that has been happening.
Okay.
I'm going to say, combined now with your knowledge, combined with the knowledge that you got from the combat, as well as being around the Yeti tykes, I will say when you are around any kind of Yeti type creature or anything kind of similar to that, you are going to get advantage on initiative. And you are also going to get +1 to attack rolls and damage against Yetis.
Okay.
Let's make it a thing. There it is.
I know it's a little bit of a throwback, but can I offer something for my inspiration?
Sure.
From that scene with the tiefling and us playing, can we say that he played a banjo and I also played a banjo and then kept that banjo?
He doesn't play... I'll say you are welcome to play a banjo, but he plays a sax.
Okay.
You don't know how to play no banjo. Yeti encounters. You gain advantage on initiative. When rolling initiative. Counter includes Yetis or Yeti-like creatures. You gain 1
don't know why I said banjo. It should be a fiddle. Because tiefling, devil, fiddle.
There you go. Got a Yeti knowledge feature. Back to the top of the list, Solfege. Getting to around like mid-afternoon.
Let me think. It's a tough one. Since I've been on this little thing about the mine and whatnot, maybe research. I'm gonna look up the history of the mine a bit and see if there's been any other incidents like this in the past where people have gone missing down there, or any other records of
Okay. Yeah.
things
Go
happening
ahead.
in the mines.
Give me an investigation. Thank you, honey.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh snap!
Well,
Is
had
the
to suck
one-
sometime.
Is the one like a fail, or can you still buff it to the right value? I mean, I don't think in this case we can because it's 15, but like
Yeah, I don't
in
think it's
theory?
getting there.
You can. In theory, you can buff it to the right value.
Okay.
You had to hit 10, or sorry, you had to hit 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 is difficult.
You start asking the wrong questions. The mine is a very sensitive subject for some people, and while drunk and rowdy, it's easy to get information out of people about the mine. Now, like, in the middle of the day when people are like half hungover or sober and like doing like their work and their day job, they will not give you the time of day, regardless of your reputation.
Yeah, that's fair.
On that natural one, and being so much below the 15, Oris Matthew walks up to you and says, I thought I told you to enjoy your day. What are you still doing in town?
Oh, the rest of my group are still busy going about their business, so
Well, you should probably...
passing the time until they're ready to go.
Yeah, you should probably gather them, and leave as soon as you can. You know, you never know, what perils can happen on the road. You want to give yourself enough time to get there, right?
Too true, too true.
Very true. Yeah, you should probably get a move on as soon as you can.
Yes, I'll look to that. Thank you. Thank you for your concern.
And he'll turn and like walk away, and like this time like not shake your hand or anything.
All right. Now I'm even more curious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dude's itching for a fireball.
It's super suspicious for sure.
Dino, in the mid-afternoon, what are you doing right now?
I'm rolling through the door like in a complete ball. Like, the door slams completely open. Deliver the book to Poppy. Then we're gonna go in the caravan or just out somewhere. I'm gonna try to research.
Okay. What are you trying to research? Kirby freeze for anybody else?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you sure he's frozen and not just thinking really hard?
I'm writing so much, guys.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Kudos
So-
to you, BHG.
When you don't have an encounter, so many things happen in 3 hours. Crazy.
Yeah. Definitely like a lore dump episode for sure.
That's cool. It's fun. I like it.
Not just that, but like this is like I mean like that encounter with Solfege may have a negative effect because there are eyes on him now, right?
I mean, I took that pretty threateningly. Oh, there's many
Yeah.
perils on the road. Like, okay.
Yeah, I wrote down vaguely threatening too. Like it was like,
He was 100% telling you to get the fuck out of town, and then
Yeah.
it was vaguely threatening. That's pretty red flaggy.
Solfege is almost ready to directly, as soon as he's go out of sight, like go to the mine, cast invisibility, and see what the fuck is up.
You should. Fuck it.
Can you take at least one person with you so that you don't die by yourself? You know,
Yes.
that's grandma advice. Yeah, you always have to hold hand with a buddy for when the teacher is counting pairs. Oh, Dino.
So we've lost Dino.
Yeah, Dino walked into the caravan and disappeared. It's tragic. Who knows what Cressida is doing back there with him?
He said he rolled in. What if he just like rolled into the wall and knocked himself out?
That's canon. Poppy, what is your on the 15 track? What is your afternoon downtime?
Well, now that I have the book, I will start making these white rose outfits to really fuck with the rose-scorned troop when we encounter them next. And I would like to haggle a bit with you here. Now that I have... I mean, making clothes, sewing, knitting, all that stuff seems like a dexterous task, right? But I've figured that out now. Like, I made this whole fucking thing for the elk. I got that down, so if I were to say I want to set a new world record in speed knitting and do athletics instead, now that I actually have some strength.
So instead of sewing, you're knitting these outfits?
Yeah, well, it's a mix, right? I'm knitting some parts, I'm sewing some stuff. I need to find like some fabric. What can I throw together? Everything has to be white. You know, I take what I can. Probably throw some bushels of fur in there if I have like a white hair or something at hand. I don't know. Everything that's white, and I just kind of patch it all together into these white rose outfits. It's a combination of skills here.
I like a good haggling. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Yeah! Okay. Athletics. Fuck yes!
That's pretty good.
Oh, can I get that over? I do have I have guidance. So, well, Marvin has returned to me together with the book. So, he can give me some advice. He's holding the book up for me while I'm like knitting and sewing like a mad person. The shadow is like holding the page open. So, yeah, 26. So, over 25.
Ho, ho, ho. You are already just a crafting savant, but now with this added strength, It's just giving you the ability to like get through more faster, and you manage to make like 5 incredibly well crafted white rose, like uniforms, for each of your companions to their size.
Nice. Yeah, I will though hide them away well in the caravan because I don't want people to think we're a group of assassins secretly, you know.
Yeah.
It's stage outfits. So for now, until we're in Bryn Shander, like put them somewhere in a chest, put 50 books and 20 coats on top of them, lock it up. Just you know, to avoid shenanigans basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cool. That's what a mind fuck. We're just gonna dress as your murderers.
Hey, that's what bards do. Like mindfuck, right? A lot of charms, illusions, enchantment stuff.
We're gonna make a name for ourselves.
I'm about to make a name for myself.
Like, I'm telling you guys, 3 sessions from now, these fucking white roses are on our ass for like copyright infringement.
Also, the other band might want to just kill us. It might go from a competition to them just outright trying to murder us.
Don't grow soft now.
Even though you're like keeping them in the caravan, I'll still add one to everybody's character sheet ahead of time.
Look at it this way, Adam. If Gino has another extremely bright idea where he really wants to, you know, do something very thoughtless and dangerous, he can just pretend to be somebody else. You know, he can just say, "Yeah, I'm an assassin now."
When have I ever done anything thoughtless and dangerous? Everything I do is calculated and intelligent.
I'm like upside down in a garbage can with my legs kicking out of it.
Tickle the feet.
We'll come back to you, Dino. Welcome back.
Hey, my computer just froze. I don't even know what happened.
You were like, I'll roll in, and just like your face froze, and it's like, okay, so, what you doing, buddy?
He just kept rolling around all over the place. Finally stops. Like would have passed the book over, obviously. And yeah, I'm gonna research basically this animal potion I found. I want to see if I can like gonna use the potion there to show. To kind of like turn it from a potion to like a spray bottle, maybe. Get like multiple uses out of it.
Oh.
So like instead of that potion of animal friendship, drinking it like sprays himself.
So,
That's a really cool
Perfume of animal friendship.
idea. I love Dino the Alchemist too. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
the
like creeping
friendship.
around.
Oh, the friendship.
So I guess the role
Dina.
here... Oh, I really like this, Kirby. Where did you come from? Kirby, you have become one of my favorite players, and I'm not afraid to say it, because you just come up with some of the wildest shit. And don't look at me like that, Anya. I gotta give you a couple more campaigns first. I've got Kirby and several, and it like most of the people who I've had multiple times is because they're just absolutely stellar.
And I've been really enjoying this. I feel like also maybe because this is like more my age range. I play a lot with younger people, and it's
Yeah.
I've been really vibing here. I'm laughing so much. I'm having such a good time. It's amazing.
And I don't know if you noticed, every week I wear the same shirt. I do wash it. I swear I do. The You Spoony Bard shirt, it's this shirt for the campaign. And when the campaign's done, I'm gonna fucking hang it up on the wall. You want to turn a potion of animal friendship into a perfume of animal friendship. Go ahead and roll an alchemist supplies.
You know, I thought I had some, but I don't.
What?
Don't think I have alchemist supplies.
No, you have it as a tool proficiency. I'm just gonna just roll it as like the tool proficiency.
Okay.
Because you're still kind of doing
I
alchemical
see.
shit, even if you're not using like an actual kit. You have to beat a 15.
Could I be very thankful that he brought me this book and give him some encouragement?
Some guidance.
You did so well, Dino. I really needed this book to do this outfit. God, what would I do without you? Now go off, do what you do. Like just motivate him. I think I would try to give him bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
I mean, to have some. So
Go ahead and roll a bardic. It's a d6. The best you can hope for is a 6. A 19 is still not bad. That beats the DC. You don't waste this potion. You are having a hard time distilling it, so you're not going to be able to get many extra uses out of it. I'm going to say you managed to turn it into like a perfume spray, no problem. But you're going to get 2 uses out of it instead of 1. And it's going to like split the difference. So instead of being an hour, it's going to be a half an hour each spritz.
Wait.
Parfum of animal friendship, adapted by Dino to be a spray. 2 uses, but each lasts a half hour. Save details. 2 charges. Duration 30 minutes. And there you go. You now have the parfum of animal friendship that has been updated.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's so cool. Hold on. I need to steal that. Where'd your character sheet go? It's gonna end up in a chest somewhere else in another campaign someday.
Oh yeah.
Gino beat.
Yeah, because Poppy already went. Lovely. I have secrets, and I'm gonna DM you what I'd like to do, Peach.
You got secrets.
Yeah. And again, if this isn't possible, that's cool. I can do other things.
Oh.
I am just simple bug, and I am not planning mass genocide. I promise. Scout's honor.
I'm gonna smack him in the head. I don't know if I'm there or not. You weren't in the scouts? How can you have scouts honor if you weren't in the scouts?
Oh, okay.
Fighting with
What's in
him.
bug scouts?
Huh. So this is a secret.
Yeah, it's like relationships is what I was going for.
Okay. I like
But
this.
it's like, yeah, this is like, this isn't what Gino Beat wears on his sleeve, but this is why he does what he does.
Okay. I think Kendrick at this point is at the caravan. He did help you, and he did say that he was a wizard. So, you just go up and ask him the question. He says, yeah, it should be something I can do. What I need from you here... Oh, this is interesting. It's not persuasion here. Because he'll do it. I need you to roll a deception.
A deception?
Yes.
Okay.
The
like
reason
that.
why I need a deception is because a secret is something that it needs to be carefully kept. And even somebody that you're giving a secret to, there's usually information that you'll want to withhold to keep it a complete secret, right? So I think I need a deception roll with 15 as the DC to see if you are able to convey it to him in the way that he just does what you need him to do without getting too curious and asking questions to other people, kind of thing.
100%. That makes complete sense. Yeah, like, I would be trying to, oh yeah, I need thing that sends dude. Yeah, I get it.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go.
You just make it. Yeah. I mean, there is a method to your madness. You just kind of like ask him for like kind of like a teleportation spell, basically, and he says, "Yeah, I can make you like kind of like a one-way little chamber. It'll only work one time. It's a pretty powerful spell, but you'll be able to send whatever you need to."
Okay.
And would I have been able to buy the amount of food?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll give it to Kendrick and be like, you sent.
Yeah. You give him like a list of things, right? He'll be able to just like go and get them and be able to do exactly that for you.
Amazing.
Wonderful. Oh, they're frozen. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. We got some secret relationship stuff going on. I like that. Alejandro. We're halfway
Uh-huh.
there.
What do you think about the idea of trying to learn the different aspects of a feat, like one at a time? Let's say let's say a feat gives you 3 benefits, and you're trying to gain those properties one at a time. And if you gain all of them, then you'd add it as the feat. Eventually, you'd add it as the feat. Any thoughts on that?
Can you give me an example?
Well, I'm looking at the crossbow expert feat. I was talking about this in the last session, and I realized that I was wrong about something. I cannot use the hand crossbow as an attack, as like a bonus action attack in an offhand. Normally, I'd have to actually have this feat in order to do it. So it gives you 3 benefits, and one of them is learning, ignoring the loading property of the crossbow with crossbows with which you are proficient. So it's effectively, I could see that as a downtime activity of I'm practicing loading a crossbow quickly, over and over and over again, in order to be able to do that. The second one is being within 5 feet of a hostile creature doesn't impose disadvantage on ranged attack rolls. So you're learning how to shoot at something within close range. And then the third one is when you use the attack action and the attack with the one-handed weapon, you can use a bonus action to attack with the hand crossbow. So if I'm fighting with the rapier in one hand, and then I want to make a bonus action attack with the offhand, or if I was going to be fighting with 2 hand crossbows, then I can, be shooting both of them at the same time. I guess I'm thinking about expanding my combat proficiency to both, advantages or to have good capabilities in both melee and ranged. That's one thing that I'm thinking of. I didn't figure that I didn't think I really had to worry about downtime activities in terms of adding like spells to our known spell list, but maybe that's another option.
Or things, like writing a song, or...
Could be, but this is a spell that is actually on the Bard spell list that I could cast because it's a 2nd level spell. So it's just adding additional spells to my Bard knowledge base. Because I'm pretty sure that Bards still have to learn spells, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I'm thinking they're just more like wizards than they should be. I feel like divine casters pray for whatever spells they get, and they get them. But with a more knowledge-based caster, like a wizard or a bard, they have to learn the spell before they can actually use it. Maybe.
I know bard spellcasting is more like sorcerer spellcasting. You get like X amount of spells. No.
I was looking up the. Yeah, and that's why I said I wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, spell. So it is spells known. So you gain spells known as you progress. So if I were to be looking at wanting to add additional spells to that spell list over time, I guess that would be a downtime activity. Specifically, I was looking at a spell called Borrowed Knowledge, and it kind of goes along with what I was doing on my last downtime activity. Borrowed Knowledge is a 2nd level spell. You draw knowledge from spirits of the past. Choose one skill in which you lack proficiency. For the spell's duration, you have proficiency in this chosen skill. That duration is 1 hour. The spell ends early if you cast it again. The material component of this is a book worth 25 gold. And again, if we're talking about how it could tie to the previous one that I was already doing, researching knowledge and stuff like that, then I was already at the library. Maybe I'm looking for a way to get a copy of a book that I might have, I had to pay for a copy of a book to use with this spell, perhaps, as the spell component. I don't know. I'm running out of creative ideas right now, I guess. and I feel like I'm defaulting to what can I add to my character to make it better.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I had in mind was something I can't do until we get to Bryn Shander, so
Okay.
which was to go seek out knowledge from people at the hold on, the House of the Morning Lord, with regard to the whole I guess more further research into the whole Frostmaiden oral details about that and the current curse or whatever it is that's plaguing this land and what it might take to put it into.
Okay.
Sorry, my eyes watering.
So I will say for learning a spell or learning a the components of a feat, either of those I will allow, but you cannot put them in the 15 slot. So I will let you put them in 20, 25, or 30 as your DC.
Either of those things. The spell or that.
Either the spell
Let's go to
or
the 20 spot.
or the feat like ability.
Okay. What about the whip proficiency that I've been talking about? Same thing?
That one I'd let you use. It's set in the 15.
Okay. So would there be like somebody locally, again, farmer, herder, or somebody that works with horses or herd animals that I could learn that from?
There's probably somebody there that tends to axe beaks.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, just somebody who knows how to use the thing and I can learn how to use it.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a... Do you have a skill check in mind for this?
I could say either sleight of hand or performance on this.
Okay.
Especially if you're thinking of performance, I'm thinking of the lion timber. Somebody in a circus that's doing it in such a way that obviously you're trying to get animals to perform tricks and whatnot. But also, I mean, maybe sleight of hand is more appropriate because I'm using it as a weapon or using it as a tool to traverse, terrain or whatever.
I like both of those. Your sleight of hand is higher, so let's call it sleight of hand.
Okay.
Let's face it. A whip is just a really silly rapier. And with enough finesse, Alejandro, you're able to get it where you can easily use this thing as a weapon with enough, just practicing for the rest of the afternoon. You've already got it. It may have even been there the whole time. You gain a proficiency in using whips.
Do I gain any scars?
Couple.
Indiana Jones style from using the whip for the first time?
Yeah, you're missing a little bit of fur.
Does it make me look rugged?
Not as much as you think it does.
Oh. Okay. It's not like cool scars that cross an eye or mark a chin or something like that. It's I miss a piece of an ear.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to know how I got these scars?
Right. You want to know how I got these scars? There. The microphone is nowhere near my mouth right now, as I moved it out of the way. Now I'll need to purchase one of those too. I'm gonna guess, but I'll make that expenditure.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up and see what it costs.
Let me see. Crack that whip. Licorice whip.
Oh God, now I'm gonna have to learn a song.
2 gold pieces.
Whip it good.
I thought we were gonna watch you whip and watch you nay nay.
Oh God, no. Nope. Nope. I'd rather do whip it by demo than that nonsense.
I have beer in my
That
nose.
nonsense.
Solfege auto fails his next downtime activity.
So, I dragged it onto your character sheet. You can deduct the gold. It's 2 gold pieces.
Okay.
Nothing for you now that you've got a little bit of money under your belt. And yeah. We'll even say, like, the dude who was, like, kind of helping to train you just, like, sells it to you for 2. It's like, I got another one right here.
Can I tip him? You know,
Yeah,
for
sure.
the training too.
Sure you
I'll
can.
throw in a total. I'll make it a total of 5 for, his time.
His name is Tomothy, or Tom for short.
Okay.
Okay.
Axe Beak Wrangler.
Yeah. It gets into the evening, and it's Cressid who says, we should get a move along to Bryn Shander. I'm wide awake, and Gruen has wanted to go for a good jaunt for a little while. Why don't we pack...
I was in hell.
What?
What?
I got this fiddle. Let's go.
Is that an actual fiddle?
Yeah, he has a fiddle. It's canon for part of that he asked that he had a fiddle while the other... He wanted them both to have fiddles, but the other guy plays sax. But he got a fiddle.
I'll pat him on the shoulder like a grandma that doesn't really understand what's going on, but she's still proud of him, you know. Good
We got to
job.
now. We got to go to Georgia. That's the deal.
I think it's funny because I literally have that item.
The golden fiddle?
Yeah, I literally have the Devil's Golden Fiddle as the
That's
magic
funny.
item.
You want me to challenge you to fiddle off? You want to see who the better fiddler is?
I mean, we could have a fiddle off.
That doesn't sound
Cool.
right.
You want to roll performance and then get thrown through hell if you fail? I might die.
I might die.
I'll fix you if you get hurt. I mean, I can't, turn down the challenge of a fiddle
Here,
off.
I'll put the thing in chat. So
Let's put I'm putting like a band-aid on the chart antenna, like.
Oh, it doesn't say the tech.
What? Yeah,
Thank you.
that's weird.
It will grow back.
So we both got to roll performance. Or
As I'm
maybe
watching this, I'll be like, I'll bet 5 gold. The Solfege is gonna beat Gino.
Oh my god.
I will take that bet.
Immediately gets it and uses it on one of his party members. And that's
Yeah, but-
why I love this game.
I'm accepting this. Either one of us might go unconscious from this, but it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I take up my fiddle and I start harping on it.
Yeah, I'm going to break out my golden fiddle and also start... Oh, that's fucking funny.
Is that a reroll?
Hold on.
What do we do? Do we both go to hell?
Hold on. Did you guys tie? Is that what
We
happened?
tied.
Oh. Oh my god. Hold on.
I mean,
It says when you lose. Did they lose technically?
No, you're gonna have to roll.
Neither one of us won.
Roll a second performance.
It has to go,
The performance gets even more heated.
like surrounded by fire, like this little bug and goblin playing the fiddles.
Give him the business, Solfege.
Fuck you, Dino.
Let's do this.
Fuck you.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh, damn.
god. Oh my god.
I thought it tied because I was like 19. This is the 19th other one.
The fiddling
20.
gets more and more intense, and at first, Gino, your fiddle was just a regular fiddle, but like your fiddle's like strings just like burst into flames, and like they glow, but they don't like burn to ash. You, Solfege, don't have a chance to see this because you are sucked into a portal into like some weird hellscape that is just like fire and brimstone. You are like your face like is smacked and dragged against like this like burning sulfur. You take.
I got it.
Oh, excellent. 12 damage. Fire and bludgeoning damage as you are ejected out the other side 10 feet in a random direction.
12's not bad. I'm still conscious. That's, it's pretty good.
Your clothes are on fire.
Hey, whoa! While I was playing, I was like rolling around, throwing the fiddle in the air and catching it and whatnot. And then I like roll up in front of you.
Actually,
and, like,
I just remembered something. It's detrimental to me, but I think from a role-playing standpoint, this is fantastic. So, as I come crashing back through the portal, the fiddle starts playing on its own, floats up, and then hovers over into the hands of Gino, because that is an aspect of this magic item.
What?
no fucking way.
What?
There ain't no way that's a mechanical thing.
That is part of the fiddle. That is part of the magic of the fiddle.
That's fucking crazy.
I am okay with this purely because it's just an awesome role-playing
Oh, he feels bad
thing
now.
to have
Oh,
happened.
look at him. He feels bad now.
I feel bad. I feel awful. Adam feels awful. However, Dino Beat is like, yes, Dino Beat, this is my fiddle now. Look at that, Dino. Fuck you, Dino.
I throw my 5 gold at him on the ground, shooting him in the middle
Trust me,
finger.
it's funnier this way.
That is fucking hilarious, but as a player, I do feel bad.
I pull out a
don't-
lyre
it's-
and just wordlessly hand it to Solfege. A magical lyre that for some reason I still have. I was just like, yeah, take this.
So Solfege will have the liar's lyre.
Yeah. I am.
Okay,
This
it's
point.
fine. Nah, it's a cool item. It's like it's just funnier if that's how I lose it. I mean, I technically could have lost it if we lose a round of the talent competition
That's
true.
true.
too. I'd
and-
rather lose it to a party member.
And you can also challenge me at some point and get it back.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. We could definitely have more, some more rock-offs in the future.
The
Solfege will want his fiddle back.
the infernal rock off. I made it on a whim. I didn't think it was gonna pop up tonight. I thought it was gonna like pop up when you fought the dude.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I saw he had a fiddle. He was like, "Oh, I have a fiddle," and I'm like, "I'm a better fiddler than you." And
Hey, I mean, I thought with my, expertise in performance, my odds at winning were good. When you nat 20 against me, though.
Yeah.
Like, I still rolled like I had a 19, but which was still a good roll, but hey, it's all good, man. It's
Crazy. It's a crazy item too.
oh, it's such a cool item.
With Geno beat, strings feel hot as if on fire.
Just maybe the next really cool instrument type magic item we get, you know.
Oh,
Maybe throw it towards Soulfetch.
Well, that might happen right now. Who knows? We'll see how Geno reacts to this, because Geno, this fiddle, like the golden fiddle, appears in your hand, and you're looking at the other fiddle, and with that nat 20, the strings on your fiddle had first burst into flames, and now they are cooled down, but still like warm, like almost hot to the touch, as if they were still alight. And holding on to this fiddle, strangely, like you feel like emboldened with your insults. Like you feel like if you mocked somebody, it would just like cut deep to the bone. Hold on one second here. Where is your character? Geno beat. I just like giving cool stuff away.
We got Oprah Winfrey, and you get a fiddle, and you get a fiddle.
Oh wait.
Check underneath your seat.
That's not what it's called. It is called the Fiddle of Mocking Insinuation. There you go. That is on your character sheet. Oh, it should be. There we go.
That's pretty sweet.
I mean, you literally had a fiddle off with the devil. It's like I had to break out the golden fiddle and, you know, take up the fiddle off challenge. Like, no, it's like this is happening.
That's
I knew going
insane.
into this. Like, I knew going into this that I could potentially lose my fiddle, but it's just too cool not to.
Am I able to just give the fiddle back to you, or?
I don't know. I mean, probably. It's like it. I think it like auto attunes from what I remember.
Yeah, it auto attunes to the winner.
Wouldn't it just be able to attune back to him if he unattuned to it?
I mean, maybe theoretically. I don't know.
BHG?
I'm gonna say for flavor, you give it back and it just like zips to your hand again.
Yeah.
Okay. You
like,
had.
I am 100% okay with losing that just because of like cool roleplay factor and flavor.
Okay, you can have this fiery one I got. It's not like I can play both of them at once. Oh wait, I have 4 arms. I start playing both of them at once.
I mean, I mean, technically you could anyway, even if you didn't. The fiddle can play itself.
Oh, that's true.
Oh my god, that's fucking funny.
No, I need arms for other things. No one wants to hear 2 fiddles. I'll give him the
fiddle of mocking insinuation. Yeah. You got
Much
it.
appreciated. That's fair. I accept.
Cressida watches you like fucking hurl fucking Soulfetch through hell. She goes, okay, that's enough of that. Everybody in the caravan, let's go.
My bagpipe tells me things. I get in the caravan.
Solfege, I'm gonna say with that intense, like, you tied and then had to go again, you also learned that song.
Ooh.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Did you get your fiddle back?
No, we got a Hellfire fiddle, and he got that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you? Does anybody have any like last minute stuff to do in Tourmaline before you head to Brinchander?
I mean, spending some money would be cool.
I do have a question. A temple or something like this. Was there something like this in Brinchander? Or like a church, or like a shrine, or
There was
anything?
a church. Yeah, the
Okay,
House of the
okay.
Morning Lord.
Okay, good. Yeah, then I'm good to go.
Okay. Brian, there's gonna be shop. You know the shopkeepers and get a
Yeah.
discount in the other
Oh
town.
yeah, true that. Fair enough. That makes perfect sense.
Okay. The ride is smooth to Brinchander. The goblin wagon is just like strapped to the back of the caravan, and Gruen just pulls the whole thing like a little train. You guys can sit in either wagon on the way, but are mostly unimpeded. I'm gonna get everybody to roll a perception check, please.
Well, we kind of suck.
Kinda.
I'm distracted by being crispy from my jaunt through hell.
Gino, you're the only one that gets over a 15. I'm going to say, peering out the window, far in the distance, you catch a glimpse of like white and red, but you're not quite sure what it is. It's like a flash of it, and then when you look again, it's gone.
I see white and red in the distance. Flash of it. What's that?
White and red?
Yeah.
I opened the book. Something like this? Like the rose outfit that is white and red?
Maybe. Was it like humanoid size or was it giant?
You couldn't tell. It's like just a glimpse. You caught a glimpse of the colors against like the snow outside, and like when you looked again, it was gone.
Bullshit.
Yeah. White and red.
You arrive in Brinchander. Cressida pulls back in and the Axe Beak stables. Kendrick is with you guys during the journey, and will regale you with his tales of being in various adventuring parties across the Forgotten Realms. He is very jovial. He keeps he doesn't answer too many questions. He just like kind of boasts about his stories. If somebody asks for a more detailed question, he'll usually just like go into a rant about another adventure he had. He leaves immediately upon arrival, and Brinchander's like, "Thank you, Gino. Thank you, Fabulous Funky Five. Thank Crest. Thank you so much, all of you, for allowing me to ride with you. I'm still gonna be in town, Gino, if you need me for anything else, but I definitely want to check out some of the stuff around here, so if you don't find me right away, you can ask for me, and I'm sure I'll turn up eventually."
Yes. Thank you. I do want to do more of teleport bank.
He nods and he's like, you just, yeah, we'll work something out. But, I got somebody to see.
You have any more pocket burgers?
Pulls two more, like, now, like, really, like, the inside is soggy. Like, the bread is, like, barely fucking holding on to this, like, dried out meat. And he's like, yeah, man, 2 more pocket burgers for you.
I shred into them.
Yeah. It's like, you got any more of that pocket rice?
Oh yeah.
Reach in, pull out. It's that raw bird chicken. I'm like, oh no, not wrong.
This pocket. There you go.
Yeah, he
Ugh.
fucking scarfs it down without questioning it and fucking, like, fucking pats your head and he's like, thanks, friend. Good trade.
Thank you, Kendrick.
And Kendrick takes off. In Bryn Shander, we will start our next round of downtime. Starting with you, Solfedge.
Well, Solfedge. Actually, on the way here, could I have done? I'm assuming short rest was
Yeah, you guys
reasonable.
can you guys can short rest your characters if needed.
Because Solfedge needs some hit points. Actually, I'm gonna do the Song of Rest as well. Okay, cool. So I'm back to being healthy. All right, downtime here. Well, I know I definitely want to do some shopping. Spend some of this gold I've accumulated.
Yep.
I guess right now personal goal is shopping for neat shit. The immediate moment.
Yeah.
Well, I guess yeah. Yeah, that's
I'll bring you over there for while you can shop. I mean,
yeah.
shopping's not really a downtime activity.
Yeah.
That's a whole.
I guess, let's see. Downtime. What to do here now that we're here? Maybe relationships, maybe?
Okay.
Just, schmooze a little bit more with the townsfolk and,
Anyone
make
in
sure I'm in tight with the right people.
anyone in particular that you can think of?
Trying to remember some of the townspeople from here. I mean, we got the 2 dwarves here that we've gotten pretty familiar with. Do we know where this round is being hosted of the tournament?
This round of the tournament is being held, I believe, in the converted council hall. Oh no, sorry, in the converted town hall.
Okay.
At the center of Bryn Shander.
Maybe try and get in a little tight with, anybody associated with that who might, end up being a judge or something of this round potentially.
We can do that while we're at the shop. Because Elsa says, I'm not supposed to say, but somebody asked me to do something important.
Oh, I'm all ears. I'm all ears.
She's like, I'm very happy that you're all in town safe. I heard about your victory. Congratulations.
Nice, nice.
I've got an important job coming up. You might be familiar with it, but I can't talk about it. I signed a magical document that if I say anything directly, my head'll explode, so...
Oh. Makes sense. Makes sense.
And yet...
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
From behind you, Garn's like, and yet she hasn't been able to shut up about it all morning. Just like, I don't know what he's talking about.
Your secret assassin.
She's obviously just feeling pride at being chosen for such an honor. If the Hypothetically speaking, of course. If the honor is what I think the honor is.
Exactly. If you know, you know. You know?
And surely they couldn't have chose a better person for the task, if I do say so myself.
She kind of, like, blushes and laughs. She's like, oh, thank you.
Definitely trying to butter her up a bit more.
Yeah.
Given the circumstances. Yeah.
So I can't say much, but there is a moving stage.
That could get interesting. And we're supposed to be here. We're going up against the what is it? The Rose Scorned.
Oh yes.
I think that was their name, right?
Yeah, it was
this time around.
Absolutely brilliant. Some of their music soothes my soul.
Oh, they are a good group. We heard a little bit of them last time we were in town. They're definitely a talented bunch.
Mm-hmm.
With some, very deep and powerful inspiration. They'll be a tough group to beat, but I think we've got the chops. Fresh out of our first victory in Tremolane.
I agree. Go ahead and give me, I guess for this one, because you're trying to butter her up, give me a persuasion.
Alrighty. Alright, come on, me. Roll good.
Your DC is 20.
Oh. My odds aren't fantastic on this, but come on. Roll good. Oh! Whew.
Very nice. Yeah, Soulfed, she looks and she's like, you've done a lot for this town as well. The Fabulous Funky Five also have a good reputation in Bryn Shander too. She gives a wink and says, I think you'll do just fine.
Excellent. Well, your words of confidence mean a lot to all of us here today. We will try and do you and Bryn Shander proud.
We'll see that you do. How'd you like to grab onto my melons? She like pulls out like these two like very ripe melons. She's like, I think they're we got these imported melons from the Sword Coast. It's a rare treat.
Quite the bounty there. That's
She hands them both to you. She's like, share them or eat them yourself, whatever you choose. Those are for you. As a congratulations.
As I take a quick look to the two bugs, it's like, I don't think I'm gonna have any. All right, if they're here shopping too, by any chance, I don't know if they decided to come shopping as well, but if they're here, it's like I'm gonna take a quick look at them and be like, well, I don't think I'm gonna have much say in whether or not I share it.
I'm already like jumping on his back if I'm there.
Just give it to me.
Give me the melon. Give me the melon.
I will happily share with my bandmates.
And yeah, that I mean, a relationship built a little bit, but I think more. Who knows? That may affect things a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll leave you in there so you can do your shopping. These rolls are getting harder. We'll call that relationships. Dino Beat. Now that you are in Bryn Shander, what are you doing for your little bit of downtime on, like, let's call it, like, the second day?
After I fight for a claim of some of those melons. I'll grab like a bunch of like paper and parchment. I don't know if it's gonna be for like relations or research, basically. I just want to like speed dash around, like rolling around on the ball, putting up posters for like Fabulous Funky Five versus the White Roses at this floating barge Solfege maybe told me about, or floating something.
I think we'll call that reputation. Trying to bolster and increase your reputation by putting up posters and stuff like that.
It's got like us all drawn really nicely, and then the White Roses just like thumbs down and boos.
Go ahead and we'll call it a persuasion check.
Come see the Fabulous Funky Five. I'm rolling around slapping these around.
22. Let's go. Yeah, like, you managed to get, like, kind of, like, small crowds who, like, as you're putting up the poster and, like, playing up the show, are a little bit interested, like, oh, I didn't know that was happening yet. Yeah, we'll definitely be there. Is it Fabulous Funky Five, huh? Is that you?
Pull up my instrument, start playing. Do-do-do-do. I'm only one of the Fabulous Funky Five. Come to our show and you won't be disappointed.
I like it. I like it. As you, like, put up the posters and you do, like, your little, like, performances as well to kind of entice them in, some of them will pitch a little bit of gold your way. Add 25 gold to your character sheet.
Oh, yeah.
And otherwise, yeah, you entice, like, more of the audience to the show and, like, in a way that they know your name. Poppy.
Yes, so we have done a bit of research into the Frostmaiden, but we've been like asking people, so to say, right? And I'm thinking maybe it's time to visit like a temple or church or whatever and figure out a bit more about the divine conflicts maybe that might be going on and influencing this. So I would go to this Church of Lathander. Maybe in the morning I'll do, I will brush up on my Church of Lathander basic knowledge so that I don't make a complete fool of myself. And then I'll walk over there. Maybe I take the elk with me too, because it's always good to have a magical animal that is extremely beautiful on your side when you pursue religious knowledge. I will allow some children in the city to pet him, but only if they ask him for consent first. And then I'll make my way there and I will basically try to find the priest there and like persuade him to maybe tell me a little bit about if he has an idea. Because like the people are all like, yeah, this started, yeah, we don't really know, but like what's going on in the heavens, so to say. Why she's so angry? Maybe he has some divine sensing what has interrupted the peace here so much, basically.
Okay. You enter into the house of the Morning Lord and see two symbols. You see the symbol of Lathander, but beside it you also see the symbol of Alminator. When you walk inside, there is a elven priestess, as well as like a rock gnome that are both arguing with each other. And they are arguing with each other about what appears to be Copper's friend Macretus. Says he's still out at the old cabin. Somebody's gotta go get him. We can't just stay here the whole time. Nobody's gonna care if the church is closed for a couple of days. He's our friend, we should go see him. And she's like, it wouldn't be right. We need to be sure that somebody is here to preach the word of the morning Lord, and they're just like having this argument back and forth.
Excuse me? Good people?
Yeah.
I like pat the giant elk that I let into this building.
The rock gnome looks, he's like, you're gonna have to clean up after that.
He's not an animal. Like, he's not a beast. That's just rude. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions about the region, what's been going on here. You know, if the good Lord of the early sun is maybe some insight on all this coldness happening.
He looks and he's like, can't you see we're having a conversation here? We're a little busy. And the woman shoves him aside and she's like, don't listen to him. My name is Mishan. And by the great morning Lord Aminator, I will happily assist you with whatever you need. What can I get for you today?
Yeah, I'm thinking for a moment, I'm looking between the two, and then I'm like, deflating a bit. Look, there's a turn of winter here. I just arrived. I find it very weird. The Frostmaiden cursed me. I do not like it. I want to know what's going on here. What are the gods saying? Like, going a bit like Karen, you know, like.
Mishan looks and she says, we have prayed to the morning Lord daily. It's like, I pray to Lathander, you fool. And she's like, not now. We can talk about that later. Sorry about that.
So you're missing somebody is what I'm gathering?
He looks and he's like, yeah, the name's Copper Knobberknocker. And
can I gather from this name that this is a gnome or?
Yeah, he's a rock gnome.
Yeah.
He's very visibly like a rock gnome. And looks like to be like some kind of like artificer or tinkerer. He's got like these big like thick goggles on, and he's got like a tinker's tool set on him. He's like, my friend Macretus. You want to know about the Frostmaiden? He was researching a way to stop the eternal winter.
Oh. That seems daring to go up against the gods.
That's what I said.
You're very wise, then. I would think. Then where is that friend of you? Like, where has he gone missing?
He had a cabin far to the north.
Cabin far to the north. I will pull out a map. Hand it to him.
He looks and he's like, I'm not quite sure where the cabin was. I just know that it was to the north.
Well, I can respect that. The people need to respect each other's privacy. I put like a map back. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. We'll be traveling around a lot. If I hear something, I will let you know. I turn back to the priestess. So, did your prayers tell you anything?
We have not gotten instruction. We still await instruction on what to do. The only instruction for now is to keep the flock on the path, on just on the path of light, and hope that light will come for us once again.
Light. And I say that very pointedly as we are in eternal darkness. Ah. Okay. So you have this all under control then. Well, thank you. I don't really know what else to ask them.
No. I think you're asking about what the gods are doing about this godly situation, the situation where the light or sun is cut off. Go ahead and give me a religion check.
Oh boy. Yeah.
1.
13. Did I reroll that? Let's reroll that. Inspiration. Let's use my luck point for today.
Okay.
I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. Oh my god, it just gets worse. Okay, yeah, whatever. I'm like talking with my hands and feet, you know? So yeah. 5. No, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, the DC was 20. At the consistent mention of the Frostmaiden, they start to bicker amongst each other again, to the point where they just drown you out and ignore you. And I think it's you don't get any more information out of these guys.
Take our beloved elk and return to the caravan, just feeling 100 years older. People, it's just exhausting.
Actually, I'm going to say with that much under, because the DC was 20, you're going to get a stress token.
Ugh.
Do we have space here? No. We're going to mark it on your journal here. Miscellaneous stress tokens. 1. I think you're probably in agreement with in the area where you failed here. It's probably reasonable that that's the disadvantage that you'll get. Disadvantage on religion checks. Okay.
Yeah, I would have like a old person rant as I talk to the elk while we're back. What's with these gods anyway? Nobody understands what the hell they're doing. Back in my day.
Gruen's doing just the yes man, I hear ya, okay, yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's me.
Gino Beat.
How does self-care work?
Self-care is an activity that is specifically used to relieve stress. So as you gain stress tokens throughout the campaign, during a period of downtime, you can you do something for your own version of self-care. If it's whether it's laying in a bath of mud or eating a bunch of really exotic food or whatever. It's your decision as to what you want to do for self-care. And then it's just based on, again, it's the same roll, and if you get the roll, then you are able to remove a stress token. If you fail the roll, then you gain another stress token.
Was Alejandro working on crossbow stuff throughout this downtime yet?
I think so.
Are you going to be this time around?
Yes.
Yes? Can
Yes.
I work on crossbow stuff with you?
Sure. Why
I
not?
would like to learn how to shoot. I don't know if you want to make it like a once a day ability or what the fuck ever. Flavor wise, what Gino's trying to accomplish is being able to shoot all 4 of his crossbows at the same time to do an amount of damage. Because he has 4 hand crossbows, he has 4 hands. I know mechanically in D&D, I don't think I can do anything of that sort, but
I think
I
right
want to be
now
able to, like,
you can fire 3 loaded crossbows, right? 3 loaded hand crossbows.
I don't even think I can do
Is
that.
the
Maybe
mechanical
2.
rules with the Thri-Kreen? No? 2? Oh, because action, bonus action.
Yeah.
There's an action in your features. I don't know if this will help or not. Called secondary arms. I just used it.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Oh, it doesn't say it.
It says
Yeah.
it, so it can wield a weapon that has the light property, but you still need something that gives you the extra action to be able to do it more than once, like a multi-attack, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And like, I could use my offhand to shoot 2 light weapons if I wanted, but like, that's still only 2 shots. I want to shoot all 4 at once as like 1 attack. Or 4 attacks. I don't know. Like I said, it's not something I want to do every single turn, but it's just something I want to be able
like
to like
like a
bust out.
one-off thing you can do.
Yeah.
What if it was like, what if you treated it like what if you treated it like a burning hands, like a cone effect thing, where it's a single action
With piercing damage?
and and it's piercing damage, and you're like, he pulls them all out and he fires them all at once, all at the same time, and it's like an area of effect as opposed to a targeted thing.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. A little fucking pray and spray.
Right.
Yeah. We can figure out the mechanics as we go. That's what I'm going to try to do. And since me and Alejandro are going to be working together, I'll give him Bardic and you'll hook me up.
Okay.
I like that. The DC is 20. We're going to call this... Ooh, this is interesting. Gino...
And the guidance as well. Especially since you're training, since we're talking about it and I'm teaching, you know.
Gino, what I want for this... What do you think the role should be for this?
Something involving Dex, maybe?
I was thinking that as well.
It feels like Dex or sleight of hand.
90% of our conversation while we're doing this is you telling me about crossbow safety as I'm like juggling them and like balancing 3 loaded ones on my head. Whoa, hey!
Let's go with... Yeah, I like sleight of hand for that.
Sleight of hand, for sure. Okay, and I get a D6 and a D4. Not 61, 1D6.
That's a fucking 30. That is a 30.
I'm gonna work with Alejandro more often. God damn.
Gino, I hate you. That's such a cool ability. Okay, give me a second here. Let's call it activation cost. It'll cost an action. Limited use per day. 1 of 1 per day. Target is a cone?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's call it a 15-foot cone.
Yep. So you practically treat it like a spell. Effectively like a spell effect as opposed to an attack roll.
Yeah, range, weapon attack.
Yeah.
What does a hand crossbow do?
D6.
So it's a 4d6 plus at mod.
Oh dear lord.
Okay. When you use this ability, you fire all 4 crossbows at once with grace and finesse. Make a ranged weapon attack roll for each creature that. Make a ranged weapon attack roll.
Should you just do a dex save instead?
I was thinking it should just be a dex save. It's like an AoE spell, right?
Okay, yeah. Each creature, then a 15-foot cone must make a DC. What's your spell DC?
My spell DC is... Sorry, my mouse is being fucky right now.
It's okay. 17?
Should it be based on his spell casting?
It's
That's
just
true.
the easiest for me to fucking...
I'm just thinking, rather than using his charisma score, using his dex score.
So
Well,
it would be this. It would
gets
be
the-
15.
Yeah.
So it'd be like
I
a
mean-
15 instead.
Yeah.
I mean, in the spell anyway, you can manually set the spell casting stat anyway.
That's
so
true.
You can have it be dex.
Yeah. Saving throw...
Me and Alejandro are just like out back of the caravan, like shooting bottles and shit.
The other thing that I was kind of thinking for it, for the all 4 of them, was like making a single attack roll, but with disadvantage, and then for like every X amount over the AC, 1 additional arrow hits.
That's interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of ways you could do it. I like this one. It's I get to shoot 4 crossbows at once, so I am
Yeah.
happy.
Say hello to my little friend.
Next shopkeeper that pisses me off.
There you go. You now have an active ability feature that should work. If I do this, yeah, it has a template.
Bolt spray. Oh, it's so silly. I love it.
Oh lord.
Oh, no, it shouldn't have an attack roll anymore then. Hold on, let me fix that.
Awesome. That's fucking cool.
It looks like Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Like a
When they
machine
pull
gun
the pistols out and they just start shooting at everything.
Yeah. No.
Cool though.
I don't know. Is that the cigarette?
It's a joint.
Okay. Whew. Whew.
They're just the thick papers.
Okay, let's see if it works this time. Adam, no! Fucking...
I appreciate the support. I will stick to my vape. My half cigarette's still sitting over there.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, but it's still not doing damage now.
If you want, you can move along. I can tinker with this.
Yeah, you tinker with it and see if you can fix it so it just does everything in one go. That is successful as well. We're gonna call that personal goals.
It's a good goal.
Yeah. Alejandro, you are trying to learn the ins and outs of the crossbow expert feat. You have a bardic inspiration. You are training alongside Gino here, and as you're showing him the ins and outs and like the safety protocols of using the hand crossbow, it is in a way helping you with your study of this ability as well. So I'm also going to give you advantage on this roll.
Oh. So.
Or I'll say, I'm going to give you advantage on one of the 3 rolls. You can choose which one to use it on.
So I can save it for
You could save it for
learning.
the 25 or the 30.
Gotcha. All right. So I won't use it for this one. So I've got sorry, I just saw it pop up in the chat. All right, so sleight of hand for learning the reloading. Bardic inspiration. I mean, am I doing that and guidance like we've been doing, or do I need somebody to give me the guidance, or do I need to give it? Is it? Are we assuming I can do that myself or not?
I'm assuming you can do that to yourself as well.
Gotcha.
There's nothing that says you can't.
Well then, let's see what happens. Ooh, that did not work. Oh, I barely got there.
And you didn't roll it with advantage, so you roll it again.
You want me to? Oh, you want me to roll it again?
Yeah, because you didn't roll it with advantage.
Yeah, because I said I was going to save it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's true.
Right,
That's
yeah.
right. So you just make it.
So what I'm learning to do is reload without it costing me whatever it is, to ignore the loading property of crossbows with which I'm proficient, which is just the hand crossbows. I'm only proficient with hand crossbows.
Yeah.
So we could literally just call it crossbow expert step 1 or something like that.
I like that. Yeah. Crossbow expert step 1.
I had plenty of time to practice reloading crossbows while Gino's working on his spray and pray.
Yes. And I'm glad you didn't fail, because if you did, you would have been hurt by getting hit by his attack after him using it and practicing it.
Alejandro, it happened again. And you look over and my hand is arrowed to a tree.
I imagine the bug just being like a freaking whirlwind of crossbows, bolts, and he just keeps shouting at Alejandro, more, and Alejandro is like manically loading more crossbows.
Like trying to reload crossbows, just keep going, keep them going.
That is another. We're gonna call it personal goals.
Now the crazy thing about that is, now you got to buy all the. You had to spend the money to buy all the crossbows.
He already had them.
All the hand crossbows. Oh, he's already had all. Hand crossbows.
He already had 4 hand crossbows.
I think I gave up my starting money to have 4 hand crossbows or something. I forget what I negotiated.
He's been planning this for a while then.
It is 11 o'clock. We've got 2 more tracks to go, and it's probably going to be like the most difficult tracks and where people are going to start to deal with a little bit more stress, because there may be areas where you might have to fail and just hope that you fail high instead of fail low, with the 25 and the 30. This will also give you a few weeks to be able to figure out what you want to do in those last couple trackers, and then once we're done downtime, we'll be getting into the first official leg of the competition, where you face the Rose Scorned in the performance combat. Next week, Poppy, you are away, so like I said, we're going to do a little what-if scenario. I'm not going to tell you where you're going to be. You're still going to be playing your characters, but you're going to be playing your characters in either a different scenario or a different setting, or wherever I decide to throw you into next week. So the remaining Fabulous Funky 5, we'll get into some random hijinks. Land of the Lost Corsair tomorrow. Land of the Lost Corsair tomorrow on Adam's stream. We are back on Wednesday for more Tiny Punk, which I think is going to be wrapping up like soon. I think these guys are just about to get a jailbreak on. And then with their little army bolstered, they got to deal with saving them all. So we'll see what happens there. Thursday, Lost Mines of Phandelver. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Over on Kirby's stream. And then back on Saturday for hopefully like an actual session of Cleaning Crew. We did do our what if scenario with the missing players, but I think that turned out fun. So it'll be nice to get back to the actual storyline, and then we're back here next week on Sunday for more fun and shenanigans. Lots of fun tabletop all week long. On Friday as well, for the locals, my friend Levi he's a stand-up comedian. He is going to be doing his recording at Taps Brewhouse. It is like a pay to enter event, but honestly, if you want to be part of a cool like live taping of a comedy show, definitely recommend going to check that out.
Time.
Oh, I want to say 7 o'clock, but I can get you the details later. Also on Friday, for those who are wanting to stay in and have something to watch, I believe also at 7 o'clock, my buddy Corey is going to be doing an Extra Life one-shot, Spelljammer one-shot, so I'm going to make sure that the link for that is in the YouTube for this week, and I'm going to be making sure that I advertise that around as well, so people know what's going on with that, and hopefully they can raise some money for the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. That's it. That's all for this Sunday. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. I love every single one of you. Hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And as always, power to the players. Have a great night.